Welcome back to Fairway Media's production, the 2024 Doug Newland Memorial, also known as the State Championships. I'm Justin Banks here with Kirby Snyder. How you doing, bud?
Doing good, man. Good to be here with you today. Thank you to our tournament director, Matt Van Dusen, for putting on the tournament. This is the longest running tournament, I believe, in the United States. Lead card here, we got Colin Bryant, Ricky Meadows, Tyler Schrock, and Nate Wallen. We will be starting on hole 8. Hole 8 is a 350-ish foot island hole. This is last year's, so it does have flags, but this year there is a nice brick outline to kind of show you where you're inbounds or out of bounds. Relatively windy day, so this hole is a lot trickier than it would be on a calm day, really adding some teeth to it. I think you will see a bunch of players maybe trying to overcompensate for that and throwing something maybe a little too overstable or more overstable than they usually would.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a very good weather Saturday where we played 2 rounds. First one is the rhododendron course. And hole 8 is way in the back. And that is within circle 1, absolutely.
Great shot. Yeah, I wonder if he was just throwing a fell in there and just kind of ripping on it pretty hard to get it, up high enough and over.
Mm-hmm. And I did talk to Ricky on the way up to the hole because it is a walk into the back. And he's not too fresh on the course, so that's kind of probably why he went OB or hazard glide, as the rules are for this hole.
Yeah, it's not exactly like a true island because it isn't surrounded by out of bounds. It's surrounded by hazard instead.
Yes.
So
and Schrock's showing us that there is a fair line that's short. He threw right to the edge.
Yeah, that's a layup. You don't see too many people doing that, but on a windy day, yeah, I mean, I don't see why this isn't a bad play at all.
And that last little graphic change was just me filling in the fail on the main camera because I was also doing a live, like a companion stream that has different graphics. So if you wanted to see what that looks like, that's pretty fun, a new addition to the channel.
That was really well executed by Schrock there. Nate Wallen doing something a little similar. Put himself, what is that, probably like 25 feet to the right maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, he's our only lefty, so your camera is not flipped.
Might be seeing some interesting shots from him or maybe some interesting lines that you're not used to seeing out here. Really good birdie from Colin. This is definitely a tricky pickup for the day just because it was getting breezier and breezier, so nice job to him.
And unfortunately, that'll have to be a bogey for Nate. He needed to make that.
Yeah, I mean, first putt of the day, it's going to be a little nervy.
If you play short, you gotta make your par putt.
Yeah.
Yep. It's first hole of 72?
Yeah, over the next...
Or 54, sorry, 3 rounds?
54 over the next, 36 hours or so.
Yeah, and we will move to hole 9, about 341 feet. The main obstacle is the trees in the middle and surrounded by OB right. The right tree on your right is kind of where the edge is. Most people play this hyzer line. That's why we're flying the drone there. You got to be careful of the left side if you're skipping something.
Yeah, that final tree there really likes to eat up discs kind of in the final flight. And if you're in that tree, it is really, really difficult to get even a putt under the basket. Let alone actually trying to make your putt there. That looks pretty good from Colin. It's tough to tell from this angle. That could be just on the backside of the tree, or that could be in the tree, and he could be, looking at trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Schrock is going for something a little flatter and having kind of a nice finish at the end. Looks like he might be a little long. I like that play more.
I think he hit more of a hard spot on the ground there. I don't think he played it too badly. And yeah, Ricky kind of plays it in the middle. Unfortunately, he'll have to deal with the last tree.
Interesting to see Nate going with the forehand here. I do think there's
He's mainly a baseball guy, so he'll be doing a lot of forehands.
Oh, okay. Let's say I think that left side kind of sets up pretty good for a left-hand hyzer if you have enough power to kind of shoot over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is the real challenge with this hole is that if you are in those trees, you can get into a lot of trouble kind of getting out of there.
Oof, gets caught up on that tree. Ooh, and Colin just a few inches short.
Really nice to get the opportunity, being in the tree but not being not fully into the tree there. Shock just kind of hitting basket. There would have been a good opportunity for birdie.
And this was OB for Nate, but he makes his par putt on his meter in. Excellent shot. And yeah, here comes Ricky just punching out. He had nothing.
Yeah, I see how thick that is over there. There's really no gaps or holes or anything like that where you kind of just like flick one through and really hope to make it. So,
Yeah.
good comebacker for Colin. It's always kind of a bummer to get a little roll off the putt when you do hit it pretty good.
Yep. And track 4 is 3, I believe. Yep.
Ricky has a really direct, unique style of putting. Very like wrist flicky, which I really like. He adds a lot of spin to it, which I think is really good. Hole 10 here, par 4, 526 feet. Off the tee, you're going to be throwing something that's going to be moving like left to right and just like an absolute bomb. You're going to be trying to bite off as much distance as possible. If you can get one to these trees here or even past, you have an opportunity for eagle. Anything short of that, and you're just trying to get to the pin cleanly.
Yeah.
Got to be one of the easier holes of the day, right?
Well, if you've got a big arm, this eagle is very lip smacking. Like Colin has a huge arm. Will he get around that last tree? Oh, unfortunately, he'll have a straddle, but
That's
not
huge,
too
though.
far.
No, that's huge though.
Yeah, not too far from the pin. Excuse my voice. This is we're recording in the morning here.
Schrock. That's about what I expect out of Schrock, to kind of play this a little more kind of clinically. He's going to hit exactly where he wants to in the fairway. He's going to give himself a good upshot, and this is smashed on.
Full flight for Nate.
Yeah, great throw.
He was very happy with that.
Ricky's got some power. I'm excited to see how far this is going to go. See those trees kind of whipping around. It's making the disc kind of dance up and down a little bit as it goes, but he gets full flight. That's a great shot.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that for sure. And Schrock gets his technical drive. Oh, he wants a little more straighter. Maybe more hyzer on it.
Yeah, I think he just kind of punched it a little too forward, onto that right side.
It is a little left to right wind. Maybe that caught him up.
Nice approach shots from Nate and Ricky there. Colin right behind this tree, but this really shouldn't be much problem for him.
Yeah, he just goes for the layup birdie. And this would be for 3 for Schrock. Just a layup, though. Yep, it's right there.
I found it.
Everybody has to do that. Just a little lean.
Good strong putt from Schrock. I like that.
Yep.
I'm sure that was a little further away than he wanted, but and I'm sure he didn't want it for par either, but it was nice. It was good.
Excellent birdie for Ricky. Recover from that first hole.
Yeah, good cleanups from the rest of these guys.
Yeah, as long as you get your main drive and that second shot clean, it's very scoreable. Let's go to hole 11. 381 feet. You have one tree on your right, shorter than the fairway. A lot of people do a flex line, backhand, or something that just really pushes forward. Anything really.
Yeah, there's a Mando on your left over there.
That's right.
You can, if you want to, you can shape this shot to being very, very straight with like a fairway driver, or maybe kind of not try to bite off all that you can on like a distance driver. But yeah, I think it shapes best for this kind of baby flex with something overstable that gets out of it. But there was, like we were saying, there was a left to right wind. It was pretty breezy most of the morning. You see the branches moving around.
Yep.
I think that flex shot got a lot more difficult with the way the wind was playing.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting pushed to the right a little bit here for these first two drives.
That disc comes out of his hand so fast. It's so cool to watch.
Yeah.
Ricky might have been trying to overcompensate from what he saw with the last two guys. That's scary when you don't get that turned enough, because you're throwing it like at the Mando, if not like to the left of the Mando, hoping that you start to curl away from it. And if you don't hit it on the right angle with something overstable and you miss the Mando, I mean, it's a guaranteed bogey.
Yeah.
And for MPO on rhododendron, bogeys hurt out here. You gotta be getting pars. You gotta be scoring. Nice little chipper from Tyler. I think that's fine, honestly. Get to a point where you can just kind of jump putt it. If you can give it a scare, you might as well. Like Colin here, looks like he was trying to get that high enough to actually give the basket a little run. Would have been nice.
Yeah, hole 11's playing pretty much in the middle of the field for easiness of scored holes here at a plus .04, so a lot of pars.
Hey, I'm in the background.
Yeah, you're right behind us, I believe.
Yeah, I was on a card with Dan Glass.
Maybe two cards?
Mike and Michael. We had Mike and a Michael on our card, so that's cool. I like this tournament. This course was I prefer the Northwest course more than I prefer the Rhododendron course, but this win definitely was like an added challenge to this. So hole 12 here, very, very straight shot, 423 feet. The challenge really is to get it like through this tunnel clean and not hit that tree on the left. You'll see a lot of players going to like a distance driver or to like a long fairway driver. If the distance is too overstable, you will come into this green and skip a little too hard left and a little too far. So trying to push something really straight or get something over to the right side and let it fade out is really important.
Yeah. It seems like the wind is the biggest factor on this one, even if it's just a 5-mile-an-hour wind, because there's a lot of distance in between these two tree lines.
Yeah, you can see that. I mean, Collins just get like shoved down and loses a ton of distance. You can see Nate's disc just gets kind of shoved over, burned over to the ground, and then he kind of gets a fair roller out of it, which worked out pretty well.
Yeah, this is the same direction as hole 8, our first hole, I believe. So it seems kind of almost the wind kind of circulates on this side of the course.
It was a pretty nice drive. You can see Ricky trying to will it over to the left.
Mm-hmm. And what I mean by it circling, that sometimes it's left to right at the beginning of the tee, and then right to left or something at the end of the flight.
Yeah.
You're like, what the heck is going on this hole?
Yeah, there's some like tunnels that kind of
swirl.
That are around here. So.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Not circling. All right.
Hey, honestly, for what he probably would assume was a really bad throw out of the hand. Yeah. Had a pretty good result, all in all.
Yeah, you throwlered it. It's a circle 2 or something.
Colin, that was a good run.
Yep. There it is. It's picking up now.
Yeah.
So the cameraman is standing on the right side of it, and Tyler is trying to get that nose up to glide right into it.
That was cool. That was really floaty and nice. I like that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he hated it as soon as he
Ricky
threw it.
wanted the back immediately.
Great putt.
And Colin avoids the bogey. Good shot on this 3.
Yeah, great putt.
And Ricky really needs this for his 3. Oh, just went the opposite way on the basket this last time. Dang. That kind of reminds me of my game. Some small mistakes that could have easily just,
Yeah.
take that in the right direction, but
I mean, that's...
You got to settle for a bogey when you can.
Yeah.
Or when you have to, sorry.
I really think that's like the big difference between, the next every level up of player, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you see, if you see a level of player above you, it's those little shots like that you're making mistakes on that they're cashing in on almost every time.
Exactly. So hole 13, 357 in the feet category. This is one of the more scoreable holes. if you can throw this far. Most people are throwing to the right and just a baby skip, and yeah, going long is probably the biggest mistake here.
Yeah, going long, letting it come in too high, or kind of punching on that right side.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this. This green is protected really well, which I think is great. Especially for a course like this where it is pretty open, you got to have something, kind of challenge the players like that.
Yeah.
Amazing line from Colin, keeping it low, letting the disc kind of skip right up to it.
Yeah. You can kind of tell the wind's right to left now. It's the opposite direction as the last hole. Great flex.
This gets down.
He needs to get forward. Yep. Oh, a little bit short.
Yeah. That tree that's in front of the basket's probably like just on the edge of the circle. So if you hit that tree, you're looking at like a C2 putt. And if you just wrap around that tree, you're done really well.
Ooh,
so
Tyler pimps it.
Love that.
Like it owes it. It owes money.
Man, you were so close.
It's still early. It's early. Like and subscribe.
That was awesome. Most MPO players here are gonna either be throwing like a slow fairway, or they're gonna be ripping on a mid range to kind of get it down there on the right line. Nice little stepper from Nate.
Yeah, that ceiling probably got in his way. Ricky's got that really low, direct type of putting that should be able to get this. Oh.
Yeah. I like that, though, because he was, band high the whole way, right? Until it just falls.
Yeah, he's just consistently just one little degree off. But he nails it there.
Yeah, good comebacker.
Yep. I think that's just the only critique on his putt, really, is just that small little... Maybe it's his step into the settling down on his first putt, or step, excuse me.
Yeah. It's something that once he has it dialed, it's really nice, but when it gets off, it seems like it's hard to get back on track. So
yeah.
Good birdie from Colin, good birdie from Tyler.
Yeah, those spin putts, if you miss, you definitely have to make those, because they are going to go a little bit further than a up and down type style putt.
Yeah.
Hole 14. 259 feet. Tell us your play on this.
This is, in my mind, this is one of the must-gets on the course for MPO for sure. I'm throwing something really overstable out on the right side. The drone went through the kind of the cheeky forehand gap there. There's an out-of-bounds line behind the basket.
Yeah, it's like 12, 15 feet.
It comes up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like when you throw your drive here, and you kind of start skipping by the basket, you're like, oh, that's really good. And then if it doesn't slow down fast enough, you get a little scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can kind of see Colin kind of did a soft shot, so he didn't go long there.
Yeah, he's throwing like a slow approach style disc. I think Schrock went up a little bit in speed. I like to throw like a really, really overstable fairway driver at the ground on the right, and then let it skip over to the left.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a little
Take some speed off on the skip.
Yeah, a little more controllable, a little
sure.
easier to kind of dial down. Like that is ideal. I think that's amazing.
I think that's the closest one so far.
See Ricky going for the same line.
Come on, win. Oh. Yeah.
Wow, these guys really showed you how to play it.
That was great. Yeah.
I think they're all circle one here.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the common misses is to try to cut the corner a little too tight, and then you get caught up in the tree there. And when you get caught up in that tree, you are now looking at C2, maybe even C3. And great putt from Colin.
Yeah, looks like he was right on the edge.
Yeah, he's really got his. Really seems like he's got his putt together so far.
Ooh, getting sneaky on that top band there, getting right below it. It's still winning though. That's all that matters.
Get another one. And good start for him.
So let's go to hole 15. Another short technical one, 320 feet. The drone is going to fly near the left side that people kind of hit sometimes. But yeah, you really got to the goal is to throw it right to where the drone's about to fly, and then just getting a good angle away from these 6 trees.
Yeah, common play here is either throw like the low forehand skip shot
Yep.
On that left side where the drone went through. You see a lot of players throwing like putters or mids that are pretty understable or have like a decent amount of turn to them. Beautiful shot from Colin, absolutely perfect.
Yep. A nice little forehand flex. We might see. Yeah, actually, do remember everybody throws differently on this hole, so it's
Wow.
one that you can really just dial up with your skills.
That's not a line I think I ever see.
The right hand backhand
Well,
on the
just
right
like
side.
kind of like a hyzer at it, like
Yeah.
that. Like he didn't have to flex it or anything. That was really cool.
And Nate's going as close to that middle tree as
Yeah.
possible for an ace run.
Whoa, okay. So that's what I usually see when people kind of go to that right side is just that like flexy kind of shot up and through there. He just threw that on like a low hyzer. That was awesome.
Yeah, he got a little lucky getting by that middle tree.
Yeah.
So
And
right hand, forehand. Ooh.
big ol' skip.
I guess that was similar to the first one, but
It's pretty cool to watch from this angle. I mean, like, as a player,
yeah.
I don't see the disc coming in very often. So getting to see it come in like that, getting to see that big flare and the angle of the disc is pretty cool.
yeah.
Oh, huge run! That was awesome.
Just one chain over, he would have sunk it in.
He had to have been 55, 60 feet.
Yeah.
Great hit.
Man, Nate really can
Yeah.
putt from distance. That was sick.
That was C2. All right.
Yeah, that was sick.
And
It's
then
getting warmed up.
Colin just parking it. That is something, I don't know if you saw his putter there kind of bounce off the chains a little bit and
Was
then
it-
hit the rim.
Was a little soft.
I think these baskets just kind of like did that this weekend, and like I saw a couple of people that got like splash outs or like splash
Interesting.
throughs, but there was something about these baskets where like when you hit them, it's almost kind of like your putter wants to like spring off of them a little bit. And I don't know if maybe they're just like still really fresh or something, but
We need to WD-40 the chains.
yeah, somebody needs to get out there and just beat them down.
So here's our another island hole, hole 16, 309 feet. This little crater does have a line on the inside part of that, and the back edge is very short. And let's see how Colin approaches this. Probably an agent, huh?
Yeah, he's going backhand putter for sure. This hole is terrifying when it's windy because
Wow.
that island's pretty tiny and that gap isn't huge to make it through there.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of MPO players are throwing mid-ranger putters because the distance is there, but you can see Tyler,
Oh
you
no.
know, yeah, just getting turned a little too much, and he's going to be in the hazard. Like I said, this hole's terrifying. On our card, we stepped up to it when it was calm, and we were like, okay, everybody's got to go really fast, like go kind of thing.
So it is a little anxious.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
definitely a nervy one. It's one that throughout your round, when it's windy, you are thinking about this, kind of coming up to it at the end. So, I like this play from Ricky. I thought that this was going to be overstable enough to fade away from that, but yeah, those trees are super grabby.
And that should be underneath.
That pin being on the backside too, if you are short of the island, it's a very, very long putt.
And Shrock's had a good angle where. Oh yeah, that is you in the background there.
Yeah.
And Shrock was at that angle where you have to go for it because the OB line is a lot longer right behind it. You're not kind of going to the short side.
Yeah, that would have been a sweet par save.
And this should be a birdie attempt for Colin. Oh, he takes advantage. Of course he is a professional.
Good hit. Yeah, it's nervy because, I mean, if you miss that putt, like that hazard line behind it, like it's not improbable that you trickle out into it. So, Ricky taking the bogey. This is kind of, I think our card was like birdie bogey, like swing kind of situation.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Shout out to Pierce, Colin's caddy there. The kid's gonna be a monster. I gave a lesson to him a couple months ago, and
I saw some of his Instagram action. He can throw.
he's 9 and he gets it.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's so cool. He's getting some good hang time with these pros.
For sure.
So hole 17, 370 feet. We just passed the Mando. You got to go right at that. A lot of people will go to that middle gap. It seems the largest one, but some people really go a straight late skip to avoid that last bunker near the basket.
Yeah, the gap on the left side's pretty tight and small, and throwing just like a wide hyzer long on the right side is just
Oh my gosh.
seems to be a lot easier. But Colin just says, "I don't care about your gap," and he peers it.
Yeah, he goes a little bit long.
That was
And
really
as I
impressive.
readjust the camera, yep, he's right down there.
That was great.
A little high for shock, but it's still got a lot of distance. That's really good.
Wow.
Just might be on the short side of the circle's edge there, maybe 40 feet.
Yeah, Nate's definitely going for the outside.
Yeah, he got caught up. He'll have to fight that last tree line.
I wonder if Ricky's going outside or not. He's got enough power where he could go outside and have the distance, but no, he's going inside. Maybe inside is a play, and I'm just like way off on it.
I was teasing him. It was so good. It might be close to the hazard as we were walking, but it was actually really short of that. Well, not really short, but a really good spot.
Wow, throwing shade on Ricky, huh?
I filmed it a few times. We're getting a little comfortable out there. He's a good hang.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Ricky's good people definitely. Tyler looks like he's setting up just outside a circle.
Little
Yeah.
right and short, but he'll get his 3. Similar shot for Rick. Results were similar as well, unfortunately.
Wow. Yeah, Colin did go long here. This is such a good shot.
He has to take advantage. Yes.
Yeah, great birdie.
And that's how you do well.
Putting together a really nice round.
He's 7 down through 9. That's pretty good.
Nice par cleanup for Nate. Yeah, with 3 rounds over 2 days, you got to think like one round you can, reasonably not shoot absolute fire, but I'm sure it's hard, seeing Colin lighting the place up and realizing like you're losing strokes, just to anybody like that. That many strokes to somebody like that is tough, and definitely kind of wants you to like get it in gear a little bit. So
Yeah. Also, it's a mind challenge too, because you'll start forcing big shots that you might not normally have planned for.
yeah. Hole 18 here, par 4, runs right up to the clubhouse where Flexline Discs is located. I think the common play here is to throw a roller. There's going to be an OB left on the side over there by the street. The basket's in a really precarious place where it's surrounded by a couple of hazard bunkers there. So you want to bite off a lot of distance off the tee,
Yeah.
and then try not to throw it in the hazard on the approach shot.
There also is an OB line right that
Oh, yeah.
I kind of spoiled for you right now because it did go over that line.
Wow.
Yeah, a little too high on that low ceiling. I wonder if that'll ever get trimmed up. We'll find out in time.
Yeah.
Schrock kind of, I think he went for a roller there. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that is. I mean, one of the reasons why you see a lot of people going roller is because that ceiling is so low. And if this stands up, it's gonna be really.
It does
it's just
not.
no. It's just making a left turn.
But that left side is really open,
Yeah.
so hopefully that'll set him up for success.
Yeah.
And Ricky was really questioning what line to take here, and he just got that flex line too low.
Yeah.
Similar opposite line roll that Nate had.
Yeah. Yeah. I just saw more people going with the air shot.
And it came back in bounds, I think.
Did it? Yeah, I saw more people doing the air shot on Saturday morning because it was so breezy. And when you get the disc up rolling like that, it turns into a sail. So if the wind's coming left or right, it's going to really shove it around. You're really going to get some like unexpected twists and turns out of it. So, but yeah, as you can see, the air shot's dangerous, and it puts you still really far away from the pin. And like I said, the pin's in a really scary place.
Absolutely. I really like the use of of that hazard.
Yeah,
Making 18 really a difficult hole to score on.
I agree. I mean, it's very scoreable. You know, like I said, if you see
At
some
the same
really
time,
good rollers, yeah, you can get people that are, you know, putting from C2 or, you know, looking kind of in that area. But I mean,
Ooh.
it's such a rare shot. And,
Going pretty high for Nate.
wow.
Dig.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Uncharacteristic backhand for him.
Yeah, he will have a bunker putt. Probably for 4? Yeah. Ooh, and that checks up nicely.
Yeah, that was scary.
And Ricky also flirting with that.
Yeah, long run.
He gets
Jeez.
the gold. No mistake there. Having 2 mistakes on this hole is just defeating, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can see Colin just laying that up. Doesn't want any part of getting into the hazard, wasting any strokes at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really smart because at this point you're already putting together a really good round and maybe something special. And there's no reason to ruin it. Huge hit. Good for him. Good par.
How does he walk with such huge cojones? That was such a big putt. That was sick. Good shot, Nate.
Colin cleaning up his bogey.
But he's got some strokes to play with, so he's got to shake that on. You can see the cool new paint job that Flexline's building there. It's pretty neat. Comparison to the... You can rewind for the drone flight because it was last year's drone, but props to the artist. I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, it's looking really great over there. Shout out to Dan Glass and James over there.
Yep. Hole 1 next to their shop is 326 feet. And into this tree line left, there is an OB line left that I'm probably passing right now. Hopefully nobody goes into. But yeah, the mistake here is hitting a tree early or skipping long down the hill.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of backhand hyzers kind of at the tree.
Yep.
This is one where you really got to kind of have like a definite spot that you're aiming for to kind of dump in. And I really like that from Tyler. That was really good.
The technical landing is really the key here.
Yeah, this plays into Nate's forehand.
Ooh,
Distance.
it lifted a little. We might have some right to left a little, or
Yeah.
tailwind.
I think that was a little short. I liked where
No,
Tyler
definitely
shot
tailwind. The flag flag.
Ricky. That looked really nice. I like that second skip. That's really good.
Yeah. Ooh. One branch.
Yeah.
And shout out to the locals that take care of this place. It's such a fun course to be able to showcase for the viewership. Get on out there and play some rhododendron at the Fort Stellicum course.
Smart layup from Colin. That hill behind it can get really tricky and kind of get really dangerous. So that was a good bid from Nate. Really soft, really gently, where he knew if he missed it, he's not going too far down the hill.
Ooh, pinpoint. That's what we want to see from Ricky. That was sick.
Good hit.
That was nice.
Good birdie.
I love hitting it right at the bottom of the basket at the chains, so it doesn't have much chance for those chains to spit it out. Sometimes that ring will do it, but that's my favorite style.
Amazing drive from Tyler. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Super impressive to sneak through all the way down there and be that close. Great comebacker. And Colin just tapped in.
Also, a 3.
All right, moving on to hole 2 here. Hole 2 is definitely easier for some of the power arms. This left-hand side there is kind of a bait gap. It's low. It's challenging to get through. A lot of players are going to be throwing a hyzer around the right-hand side of the telephone pole that's in the middle. Mm-hmm. There's kind of a crevice like to the left of the pin. It's not really out of bounds, but once you get down there, it's a disaster. So.
Is it kind of like a big ravine? I haven't really looked down there.
It's miserable. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it.
Nope.
That's why a lot of people kind of throw it to this tree and either hopefully get past it or underneath and lift of it.
Yeah, that was a great shot from Tyler. That tree that he just missed there is kind of the catch point for a lot of players. It's easy just to kind of blast one into that.
And that seems ideal, but I think that's a destroyer. It just went a little too straight.
Straight, yeah. Wow.
He had good distance. Just maybe maybe go left of the power pole, but that's really dangerous. Just like that.
Yeah.
That is a better result of hitting those trees, but
Definitely.
still.
There's just so much in your way over there. It's so challenging.
Yes. Colin go for the hyzer, but still inside with a black disc, so it's kind of hard to see.
Looks like he caught a little bit of that guardian tree there.
Yeah. I think it was black rim and white in the center, but that's the downside of those cool color change, whatever they're.
The halo and the orbital stuff.
It's a fun thing to look at, but it's terrible to film.
Yeah. Long putt for Colin. Man, that would have been sweet.
Yeah, these guys are about 50, maybe 45, maybe 60. I don't know. I'm terrible at this distance. I'm definitely like 100 out as the cameraman.
Yeah, Tyler's at least 50 out, at least. Not a terrible result, honestly, for Ricky for going 2 straight there. That's
yeah.
I mean, it's a little more overstable, and that's like
And
probably
that's
part.
and that's the smart play to lay it up there,
Yeah.
based on his previous results from that far. You know,
Yeah,
you don't want to go down the hill and make it a 4.
yeah. Good par save. Good par save. That was nice.
And these are the standard cleanups you got to do that you still have to pay attention to. I've made the mistake of.
Kind of fluffing it out or whatever.
Yeah, just taking advantage of the the shortness.
Yeah.
Fluffing up the hand grip or something. So these guys are headed to hole 3. 343 feet. There's an OB line right of this large tree. That's the main guy to get past. Some people do a flex line left or a hyzer. But that right side line, it kind of ends at this tree on the right side of the screen.
Yeah, that right side's very dangerous. I want to say probably more players than not are going to be throwing that hyzer. With this windy day, looks like there's going to be like a left to right wind, which is going to keep your disc either pushing to that right side, or as you start to hyzer, it's going to drop you a lot faster.
Oof.
Yeah, that tree in the middle, it really likes to just catch discs and stop your chances at birdie.
Yeah. Testing the par patience again.
Imagine Ricky's going to a destroyer or some kind of Firebird type disc.
Ooh, and that cooks right a little bit. He'll land out of bounds and go back where that middle tree is for his 3rd.
Yeah.
Cameraman was a little late, but
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
Looks like he was trying to throw.
He hit the wire, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Yeah, a little too high.
That kind of happens more often than it should.
Yeah.
Colin, I like this. I bet this is some kind of like felon or something. Oh,
He pimps
okay. That was awesome.
He's like 12 to 14 feet away. That was sick. And this should be in Nate's wheelhouse. Leaks it a little left and long, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Should be fine.
Yeah. A little bit of a run for shock. Not too bad.
Yeah, that's one of those, if you put it up in the air, kind of hope for something cool and for nothing bad to happen, you know?
Exactly.
Big jump putt from Ricky.
He leaks a little left, but he's probably similar distance to Colin, but just left. Maybe it's 18 feet. Oof. Maybe 22.
He's like 100 feet away, man. He's so far.
Oh, no.
Nobody was going to make that putt. You know?
That's a hard putt to make.
Yeah. It's weird over there, too, because you're like a little downhill from the basket, and there's like stuff in your way, so yeah.
Nose angle can mess you up. It's for 4. Oh, a double.
See that
That's
one
right.
too, though? You see how that kind of like sprang off the pole a little bit?
Yeah,
That
a
just-
little speedy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. something about these baskets just kind of do that. I noticed that during my practice round too, and it's during tournament. There's not a really much you can really want to do to change that up a little bit, but it is something I was conscious of. Hole 4 here, 340 feet. This one feels for MPO like a must birdie or need to birdie. Very, very straight. You want the disc moving a little left to right, and the basket's going to be guarded just behind these 3 trees here. You want to be inside of those trees to really make sure that you're in the circle. Colin going for a forehand here. I'm not surprised. Saw a lot of players throwing like mid-ranges with like the backhand turnover or like a little flippy mid-range. Great shot.
Yeah, he just kind of coin curls out right around that last tree. Should be within his his good putting range.
You say coin curled it?
I kind of coin curled, you know, just
right.
little tight little.
Nah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, see Schrock. That's the common miss. Maybe went a little too overstable, trying to compensate for the wind. It just didn't hit it on the right angle.
Man, I love the forehand flags.
Dude,
it's one of my favorite throws. It's weird seeing it from a lefty though.
Yeah, it is. The whole time too, I'm like, man, this is like tailor made for a lefty. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna throw a forehand at it. Ricky was going for that too, just burnt it a little too into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
backstop play.
Yeah.
Nice. He meant to do that.
Sitting deep C2 for Tyler.
Ooh, a little wobbly high.
Would have been cool though.
Yep. So Nate is straddling left of that main tree, which makes sense.
Just inside of the circle.
And he bangs it. How deadly is the circle 2 putting, man?
That was cool, man. He like,
Well, he was still in circle 1.
I think he was barely in circle 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he like barely floated that over the edge. That was great.
That's his 3rd long putt today. That's sick.
Yeah, good pace. Nice hit from Ricky, cleaning up that par. Nice hit.
Perfect concentration.
Yeah, I mean you can see the branches moving still. It is breezy, like we were saying, breezy all morning. So even on those short putts, they get kind of nervy because you don't want to slam it in there, but at the same time, if you fluff it a little too much, it gets pushed by the wind, and that's no good. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Use your 30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hole 5 here. I think this has got to be one of the hardest to birdie holes on the course. You can make it really easy by just trying to par it if you want, but even that can get challenging. There's OB on the left, there's OB on the right, there's OB right behind the basket, there's a big tree in the middle to stop your stuff, there's a light pole there to stop you. Bunch of stuff in the area, and it's 420 feet, so you're going to want to put like a solid grip on it.
And we have an inconsistent gusting day.
Yeah, and the wind makes it so much more challenging.
Well, look at this.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be OB, but it's like, hey, Colin, this is your day. Let me push you in bounce.
Yeah, he hated that out of his hand.
Got so lucky.
Yeah. I think if you're going to birdie this, you have to throw it over the out of bounds on the right for like pretty much the entire way with a disc that's pretty overstable. That's going to hyzer out at the end and skip up to the basket.
Yeah, that makes sense. Shock looking for his gap on the right side. With a good release.
I imagine Schrock.
Ooh, little short, but still nice.
I know Schrock's game pretty well, and I know on a windy day like this, he's not thinking, "Oh, I'm about to drive to the pin."
Right.
He's thinking to himself, "I'm going to keep this in bounds, and I'm going to take my par, and I'm going to let everybody else make their mistakes,
right.
And do their thing." And that's one thing he does really good. He's so good at being the course general and chopping the course up and making the course tailor-made to his game. So. As you watch Schrock, kind of take that in mind for your own game.
Absolutely, that's really smart golf. It's mature golf too. And Nate going for his standard forehand up shot. Nice. Oh no, little low fail from Rick.
This is honestly great drive from Tyler.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least.
I would take that every day.
Yeah, I mean, this is 360 in the wind up there, no problem. Like,
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, and he executed the par play. And I was a little late on the record for Ricky, but
Ricky's like, you don't gotta film this one.
he did not pay me for that. That was my mistake. I did not lose his footage on purpose. However, no, I'm just kidding. Speaking of money, I've appreciated all of the members joining up for that early release. That really puts a pep in my step for making more content for you guys. I'll be having some stickers for sale soon. Just bought a whole pack for those, and I do have a giveaway coming up. Just comment on this video or.
Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and follow Fairway Media across all social media. For those YouTube viewers out there, for as little as $1 a month, you can become a member and get early access and some exclusive content. Help Justin out, support local Pacific Northwest disc golfers and their respective filmers and videographers. Sign up today.
You're the man, Tyler. Thanks for your support, man.
Well said, Tyler. Well said. Hole 6 here, 320 feet. I love this hole. I think this is really great. It's very, very straight. It's slightly downhill. There is a bunker over to the right that will very rarely come into play.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's really like two plays here, and that's to throw a really, really straight disc low right at the pin, or to throw something like kind of overstable out to the right side and let it skip over to the basket.
And as this is the second to last hole for this first round, they really want to get some birdies off the score here, or on the scorecard.
Yeah, good way to kind of cash out as you're finishing a round. Colin's drive looked a little too to the left. It looked like he wanted that to flip up a little more than it did.
Oh, and Nate goes the inbound far right side. I
Yeah.
think it's open there.
Wow.
Maybe one tree in the way?
Yeah, that had to have turned a little too much
Yeah.
for him.
Absolutely.
Tyler going for the
Ooh, the backhand route, similar.
looking for that skip.
Yeah. He got a little closer, but he's in the similar lane.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the wind just pushing it a little too much.
Ooh, good point.
Yeah, I could see Ricky throwing like a putter here, just straight up the gut. A little bit of a misrelease. But
Ooh, but it went straight though.
no, I like that. Yeah, he's inbound. He might have like a long look at it.
I think I'm about to step on it to the right side of Ricky's, so he's in a good spot. We got Nate trying to keep it under the ceiling. Almost cans it.
Yeah, good run. It's fun.
Bang.
Hey, good hit.
Give one to the Schrockinator.
So if you're ever on coverage and you're not doing too well, you just need to promote Fairway Media, and then birdies happen. Good run. From
Good things
Ricky.
happen when you support this channel.
Good run from Ricky. He's pretty far out there, but relatively safe. You see that OB line behind it. I don't really think it comes in too often, but if you're...
You gotta cook it.
Yeah, if you're throwing a bigger disc than you need to, sure, you know. Back to those like nervy comebackers.
Ricky gets lined up.
Bang.
Boom, boom.
And boom goes the dynamite.
And the par happened. So our last hole is a scoreable par 4, 531 feet, OB fence left, OB line right near those tree lines, and a late bunker near the basket. Taking advantage of this course, let's see if these boys can make that distance in eagle putts. It's super fun to watch.
Yeah, your biggest arms are definitely going to be pumping the green.
This is my tradition to get these captured and show you guys how much fun we have. It's always a fun hang on the card.
Yeah, like I was saying, your biggest arms are going to be trying to pump their discs all the way to the green.
Mhm.
With it being windy, that's going to make that a lot more challenging, and you're going to make these guys want to stable up a lot more and kind of bleed over to the left, which is totally safe and fine.
Yep.
That's good from Colin. He's not going to get the eagle from there, obviously, but it should have a no problem birdie.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah.
No, yeah. There's a lot of
That checked
factors, but he's actually safe.
That checked out pretty good.
Yeah.
That was good. Nice.
Yeah, it was close to that line. Oh, great. That was a great flight.
Yeah. Good shot. Nice and safe.
Nice and clean, right down the pipe.
Yeah, center cut. Ricky getting a little more flip up to it, a little higher.
Yep, that's a pretty safe play if you've got that 400 plus feet distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cut rolled to the left. That's right.
This is like its third backhand of the day.
Yeah, he's predominantly forehand for sure.
Oh, good kick. Good kick out of the trees. He's not happy with it, but that was fortunate.
He's like, oh, I should have gone forehand. Just like Schrock. He's like, I'm going forehand.
Schrock's gotten really good with these, like, chip up.
Yeah, I
approach
noticed
shots.
him at Fenny practicing his forehands. He complimented me one day about my forehand, and I was like, it is kind of buttery. You're right. So maybe he's learning from me.
Hey. Oh, good run from Ricky. I like that. Giving it a chance.
Just kidding. There's nothing to learn from me. Behind the camera for a reason. Let's go. Pretty safe run for Colin. He'll get us a 3 and a birdie.
Nate's looking to finish out with something cool here.
This would be a great throw in. A little left.
Would have been so sweet though. Good card. Colin put together a really nice round for himself. -10.
Ooh.
See that one too?
Yeah.
Dude, these baskets are springy.
I think he was putting in a headwind too, right there.
Yeah, the baskets are springy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. So that is the conclusion of round 1. These guys had a fun time. I had a fun time. Did you have a fun time?
Yeah, this was great. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate doing this with you. It's always a pleasure.
Now let's check out some highlights real quick. And like I was saying, we just hit 2,000 subscribers, and we're doing a giveaway. Just make a comment in the last few videos here, mainly states, and I'll throw everybody in a list and pick the winners for those 4 discs. If my stickers come in time, I'll throw some of those in there too. And yeah, thanks for watching. We do have that membership available for early access. Appreciate everybody's support. Dang, that was such a fun fight
So
right there.
good. Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah.
Do all the YouTube stuff. Come on.
It
support
helps.
support local.
Yeah, it helps the algorithm show people that aren't, on the subscribe already. YouTube will throw that in their way when more people are active on the channel. Dang, Tyler, that was such a fun putt. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you on round 2.